We're ready for the aliens, Taylor. Like I hope that that's finally revealed. I want that sci-fi story where like you ever wonder why the U.S. military is so powerful? You think they're preparing for Russia, China? No, it's the Martians.
I don't know how many times we can have this discussion. Any race of beings that shows up here is going to laugh at anything we have.
How long did the Indians fucking resist? You know, we you know what I mean? Like get out of here.
Indians okay. Let's use the comparison of the Spaniards landing and the conquistadors. See, Spain conquered multiple empires in South America with like 190 guys because of a tech gap.
That's not true. What they did is they recruited huge swaths of the local outsider villages who had been preyed upon generationally for human sacrifice, and they brought them under their umbrella as trackers, guides, and
those guys hadn't figured it out on their own. They were still getting bullied by the Aztecs or the Mayans or whatever, and then some like 180 conquistadors. They do. You really think they could show up here through hyperspace and then they're going to be impressed by our little plane?
First of all, there's a number of different scenarios in which like mean aliens come here and decide they've got to like do war on us. I would like a scenario where they've got like a generational ship. They're not on their way here. They're on their way to a star system on the other side of us, right? We're along the way, but they didn't bring enough fucking fuel. And their fuel is like, I don't know, our lithium supply or something like that. And they're like, the least efficient fuel.
Well, that's why we're at war. They think
they need something that Earth has a lot of, but they can't just get from asteroids. I don't know what that is.
We need Harley to jump in and correct your nonsense here.
Can you see me?
I can see you.
Oh, man, I've been
you don't have your stealth field on yet, buddy.
I've been whacking off high on ketamine this whole time. That's crazy. Yeah,
that's something you and Woody can both talk about.
You know, I was actually thinking about what you were saying just now. The aliens coming and how they would laugh at us. I think we would be surprised at some of the qualities that they would not find funny in the least bit. Like I'm a firm believer that they would come to this planet and a significant percentage of us would be like, we're going to fuck you. We're
like
going to
fuck you up.
We're going to fuck you.
We're going to rape you.
We're going to try and fuck you. We want to fuck you. I don't think these aliens go to other planets and there's a whole like thousands of people that are like, I would love to fuck one. They would do one mission here and then go back to their mothership to be like, yeah, so let's touch base on what's going on. Let's even get a reading on what they're doing. They go to Twitter. It's all fan art of us sucking their fingers or whatever it is that looks like dicks. They're like, oh, this is crazy. The other half of us, significant portion, are like, we're going to kill ourselves killing you. It is our religious duty to, I think Warhammer's accurate. I didn't play much Warhammer, but I got caught up in the lore.
Big time.
And that the suffering in that lore and just how humans are just so religious. Like I believe we take that shit. We could take that the distance.
So that Warhammer has some of the best quotes where like a human is like rubbing elbows with an alien and the alien's like, we're here to do blah, blah, blah. And they're just like, all I want is the universe can't rest until you're extinguished. Negotiate. We're here to exterminate.
Yeah.
There's no, they look at them as heresy. It's heresy.
They hate aliens.
The aliens very existence is heretical, is what you got to understand. Like, it's not that we got a problem with you, alien man. It's that your existence is an insult to us and our God. You have to be eradicated. And once you're gone, we're going to kill the guys that fought you. So nobody even knows that you existed. You know what I mean? It's that level.
I mean, it's a dog-eat-dog world in space.
Yeah,
they're going to invade and wreck up the Imperium, right?
But I think we're bad fucking ass. Look, we've never met any aliens. Human, we don't know what they'd be like. We're just guessing. But what I know about humanity is we're hard fucking core. Is that we've done nothing but do battle and war since we existed, from stones and sticks and rocks and slings. Every time we've butted up against another culture or a group of people that had something that we wanted, we killed them for it. And we didn't just, it wasn't this artsy fucking rules of the battlefield type shit. It was usually gruesome and horrific. We blow ourselves up to do the enemy in. We torture them mercilessly and let our children watch.
I think they'd come to this planet and it'd be like they would see that we've harnessed nuclear energy and that we just have so many bombs. And that we don't even have an enemy out there. It's just us here. And we have so many bombs. It'd be kind of like if someone was like, yo, in that door, behind that door, there's a baby. You think you could kick its ass? And you're like, yeah, for sure. And then you open the door and the baby has a lot of bullets and maybe like a slingshot though, like not a gun, but it has a slingshot. But you're like, yo, what the fuck? Like, obviously I can kick the baby's ass, but that's crazy. Look at all these bullets. He did that himself.
So the other thing is, like, you've got to consider, like, why are they attacking, right? They either want to live here and kick us out, maybe.
They want to harvest our planet's core. How about that? That's fun. There's something in there we haven't figured out yet, and they want to suck it up.
There's life in there. They just
let's imagine that they don't want to just ruin this planet, that they want it so that they can like move in and everything. So they're gonna have to come in and land, right? Like they're gonna have to go toe to toe with us because we'll just launch nukes and ruin the whole planet if we need to. You know, that's what we would do. Like if we were losing the war to the aliens badly, like
I've seen Independence Day.
Yeah,
like Independence Day, like we wouldn't launch one and be like, oh shucks, we'd launch thousands. The United States has something like 3,500 ICBM warheads. Russia has like 5,000. China's got, I don't know if it's in the thousands yet, but it's hundreds and hundreds. Israel, y'all got a few. Israel would hold theirs back. You know they would. They'd be like, all right, everyone, fire! And you'd see like 10,872 would launch. Like, where's the other?
You'll be happy we kept these.
28. We needed exactly 10,900.
You'll be happy. Now you'll be the only nuclear power.
I don't see why it matters.
You think you should be good to us?
Was that today?
I mean, we're launching 10,000 rockets when we can do it for 8,000. It's a bad deal.
Israel holds their nukes back, becomes the only nuclear power, and sides with the aliens.
They
immediately
got like, you know, the aliens they got
us again.
They got Jews with them lifting the floorboards to find other humans under there.
Our turn now.
It feels like
I don't think we do well. The way I see it is like even the Independence Day one. It's like if I were trying to invade, or if someone's trying to invade my home, and I'm like, do your worst, and they open it up, and I've rigged my entire house with high-powered explosives, and I'm like, test me, I'll do it. I'll kill myself, and you'll have to do something. So you'll have to sit there in space and watch me blow myself up. And they're going to be like, all right, is this whole planet full of retards? Like, let's just kill them all. And take
but that's a strategy. Like it might not work, but it is actually, because I think like whatever they're here for, our core, if we're blowing it up, that's a problem. Like if we're blowing up the core, like they don't want that. So if they're so advanced, they're like, dude, we'll come back in a couple of
There's no reason to want that.
Whatever it is, they'll be like, dude, they're about to destroy the whole thing. Let's just come back in 5,000 years when they've killed each other. Let's try again later. There's a million other planets we can go to.
No, I think that if we bump into, if aliens came here, it might be like the district. Is it District 13? District 9. District 9, where they're like, they don't even know how to fly their own shit. They're like a slave race or whatever, and they end up being our like ghetto people.
I mean, that's best possible scenario because those were the most inept, dumbest aliens ever.
Alien Nation was the same exact story. It was basically an alien slave ship crashes to Earth, and all of the like it takes them forever to cut a hole in it. Like we don't know how to get into
them right away, dude. We started fucking them away when they came.
We totally did in Alien Nation. Really? And the thing about
I would have been all over that for sure.
They're pretty hot. Like they're okay. Look, they got these big pink heads, but everything else
space aids or something. You don't want that.
They figured out right away. Like you're all good. Their erogenous zone is on their backs though. Their erogenous zone's on their backs though. So like the woman would not let you rub her back on the first date unless she's really loose. But she might let you.
And the ones with the tits, and the ones with the tits are the ones with the dicks.
That's not true.
Well, that happens here.
Pretty sick.
Yeah, that's a horrible system. Cool. I wouldn't like aliens like that.
Yeah, but you don't know. You're one of the first guys. She was so hot, and then it's a dick, and you're like, dude, that's crazy. On this planet, it's so different.
It's so wild.
It's not this at all. Like that's what are we even doing?
What if it's a pseudo vagina or a pseudo penis, like a hyena has? Like their pussy is like a long, like drapey elephant trunk down there.
I don't.
You gotta like you fucking in like comment it, Kyle.
You gotta like bunch that thing up and get in there.
Are you saying you would like that?
We'd like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We'd like that.
Yeah.
They land and they're like, they have their translators. They're like, "Hi, it's nice to see you." We're like, "Take these cum pills. You're gonna get fucked."
You're into the show.
Yeah, let's get out of this.
These hold on. I like the idea of the aliens coming. The aliens come here and And Kyle gets like a phone call from our current president, Donald Trump. And he's like, you're allowed to use the guns.
Allowed to use the guns.
It's off.
Save a yarmulke for me, Mr. President. I'm on the
way. Swing away, Kyle. Swing away.
Send me in. Oh, I would love to do battle with the aliens. See, that's all. Aliens are kind of like zombies.
You'd like to fuck them. I know it. Sorry, I don't want to be back at fucking aliens, but I know.
But not in like a sexy kind of way. Like in a like the way that Josh Brolin was like raped that cartel guy in the beginning of Sicario. Like that kind, like where it's gay.
Like in you can't even search this genre up without getting.
But you didn't think that was a little sexy?
I mean, no, that guy was crying a lot. It was pretty rough.
But I mean,
like, wait, one of the dudes rapes another guy in the beginning of Sicario. I have no memory of this.
It's heavily implied. You got to be paying attention.
I was in the theater. A little fucked up.
Yeah, so Josh Brolin is like CIA, and he's working with Benicio del Toro, who's like he's the Mexican like killer whose family was killed in a vat of acid by the cartel, and they've teamed up to like no holds barred take the cartel out, and they kidnap a cartel member and bring him across to US at the beginning, and Josh Brolin has him in like this Air Force airplane hangar where nobody's going to help him. There's like a drain in the floor and a big bucket of water, and they sort of make the agents who are overwatching and making sure nothing bad happens. They're like, we're going to take a break and they think he's going to waterboard the guy, and they're taking a break so that Josh Brolin can do some waterboarding. And Brolin like sits the water aside, like, I was never going to waterboard, and you can tell right there. And it's like the guy's sitting in a chair, handcuffed to the chair, and Brolin like walks way too close to him and sort of straddles him, and he's just like, nobody to help you here, no holds barred, gloves are off. And it's this whole, and the guys just like, and it's like, yeah, Brolin, fuck that dude.
He bounced on his dick or what?
He's like, you're like, what are the nuclear secrets? As you're like giving him head.
There's a movie where that happens. So there's this Clint Eastwood movie where the bad guys
stop making up scenes in movies, Kyle. It's a weird bit.
Right,
he's like wiping his eye. He's like, so where are the codes?
It was a huge love.
I swear, investigator, one more come and I'll remember.
I'm pretty sure it's Clint Eastwood. He's been captured by the bad guys, and he's like tied to a chair, and one of the bad guys is like a hot bad girl, and she like whips his dick out and gets it hard and like rides his dick until he comes while she tells him her evil plan, and then like leaves him there to die or something. I was so confused as a kid. I was
like, he wins. Guys.
Yeah,
he wins.
But Clint Eastwood, I think it was Clint Eastwood. He's like, he's making that.
Don't make me come.
No, I don't like this. She's like smoking hot. There's some sort of Austrian supermodel terrorist they were dealing with in this movie. Yeah. No, I think we take the aliens on because I think we're hard fucking core. I think if you met the other galactic races, there'd be some pussies out there. There'd be some races of like creatures that never fought amongst themselves, that found some sort of harmony on their planet. Maybe there's just so much food on their planet, or maybe they discovered a technology early on that made it so you didn't have to war over energy or something like that. They have a sort of an egalitarian, not like a space communist economy that's post scarcity, and they just don't fight, and they haven't fought for so long that they're all just pussies. Like they don't even have good guns.
I think I think it's because being local is a huge advantage. Yeah, imagine if you want to bring in more guns and ships and you have to bring them from like 8 light years away. That's a problem.
Yeah, for sure. I think that too. I think that it would be like a galactic Vietnam for anybody who came here, because we're awful. We're awful.
I think so too.
There were like 4 other
savage.
There were like 4 other human races that were intelligent arts, things that painted and made tools and lived amongst us, and they're all gone now. Like the Neanderthals, the Hobbit people, all those things are dead. And we
no elves, no ice giants.
We murdered them to death. 100%.
I actually think that we would have some strategies that they wouldn't expect. I think they would know, like, I might be able to beat up, like, once again, bringing it back to a baby with bullets. I think I'd be able to beat up like a 12-year-old who has a knife, but it's gonna be you're gonna take some damage. You take some damage. I think we'd really like. I think even if it's just a cut, Even just a cut. And you know
there's
what?
Definitely a chance.
There's infinite 11-year-olds out there. Some that don't have a knife. Let's just go get one of those instead of this one that's going to cut me, maybe. Like we'll be like, well, fuck.
I like the idea.
I like the idea.
I like the idea that we're more like deceptive than they would be. That they might not understand lying, like the tricelerons from Three Body Problem.
About that too.
Those are, by the way, I don't know if you got the part where you find out what those guys look like, but they're like little roach people. They're like 3 inches tall or something. You know what I mean? So, and I know it doesn't matter because it's their technology. That's the problem. But it's like, fuck, if we could just get them. If we could just get up there over there on their planet and just start stomping.
I thought there was never a real physical part in the book that really...
I didn't read the books, but I watched the YouTube explains like compilation that just goes through and gives you all the spoilers and nitty gritty. Like then this happened.
And they said that because I missed that. I looked that up.
I even saw some artwork of
they
them.
Never said what they looked like.
It reminded me of like, you know, in Men in Black, that little fellow that was inside the guy's head operating the gizmos. It reminded me of like a little thing like that, but more insect-like, like a beetle like shell on the back, if I remember correctly. Something stupid like that.
Yeah, I think like if they came here and they, you know, if we could just get like a human up there with the tactical nuke.
Oh yeah, Will Smith type character.
We got like 1 billion humans just down to die for the cause.
Dude, would you fly one in? Would you wrap yourself in the Israeli flag and then ride a thermonuclear weapon like right up the tailpipe?
I did the Canadian one. It's way funnier. It's like the Canadian flag. Like, who is that?
You just say, sorry, as you explode into a big vapor cloud.
Yeah.
It does nothing. They got shields we didn't know about.
But if the aliens came, you're like, dude, you don't know how we move on this planet.
That's what I'm saying. It's
we're
like
throwing our kids at you.
You ever hear that Little Dicky rap where it's something like that? It's like if you ever think about if the aliens came down, would they just dominate us, or would they be like Earth goes hard? And it's like, I think Earth goes hard. I really do. Like they would have to be some Klingons or something that came down from like a warrior race. Where like, yeah, you're our 4th planet this fucking decade. You would need some shit like that, I think, to rock our world, because we're too hardcore about it. And if I'm being honest, I think it's just the United States going to be carrying the heavy load. I can't imagine any of the other. I feel like we let Europe fall. Maybe we just give them Europe. I think that's the move. The Middle East.
We're so mad that we didn't let every other country like catch up.
Oh, fuck that.
Like, damn, dude, we could have been building this whole time.
All right, so that's one of my conspiracy theories that I'm a little bit into. I'm a little bit into the conspiracy theory. So I heard this recent theory about what aliens are, or like UFOs, or like the crafts that we see and stuff, or people supposedly see. And they've suggested that it's time travelers, that it's like future humans coming back, and they're in like a time machine that like moves around and does crazy shit and disappears and stuff. And for whatever reason, they're coming back. I kind of like that idea. And with that idea, you don't need the bonkers craziness of aliens. You just need the like theoretically possible time travel thing to be real. And then you're able to like sort of believe in like a Roswell scenario where maybe one of those time machines crashed and the US has had that shit for 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years. And we've been backwards engineering it. And that's why we're like always a step or two ahead of everybody else. That's why we got Velcro and iPhones and shit.
We had a couple ginormous leaps in technology throughout our existence. I mean, like World War I was on horses, and then World War II was we have a bomb that can blow up a country.
Dude, they went from Wright brothers to the moon in like 57 years or something.
Is that it?
It's rough, something like that. I think that maybe they flew in. Oh, I don't know. Is it 1901 or was it So maybe it was 66 years. It's less than 70. It's like crazy. They went, and you got to keep in mind, like I remember there was this newspaper clipping about flying and how man won't fly for the next 10,000 years. It'll be 10,000 years before man learns to fly. And they're talking about the weight ratios and the materials and stuff. They flew like 5 years later at Kitty Hawk. And
what
then
about the train one?
And then 60 years after that, there's people on the goddamn moon. Like that's such a crazy advancement.
Today's episode: fucking aliens, killing aliens, fucking humans, and killing humans.
See, that's why the aliens are so perfect, and why like I have no mercy for the aliens, right? I hope they have a god that I can make fun of and like not people. You can do anything you want to an alien. There's no laws. Like if the aliens came down and like we were winning the war handily, and I just had like a bunch of alien slave hoes, and I'm like leading them around like a chain gang of
the memes
would
be crazy.
Yeah, they're all caked up.
Crazy. If we were winning war against aliens,
they're all caked up. I got a chain gang of alien pussy. Like I just got them in the background.
We got slurs. They're all like slurs we're allowed to use because we all hate the aliens.
Do you let them cover their tits, but it's like with like a rag that shows under boob?
They don't get to wear anything. No, they're all. I'm imagining the aliens as
this is honor.
They're like they look like Puerto Ricans, but they have lizard tails. That's what I imagine the aliens have. They're all like a bunch of J-Los, but with like lizard tails.
Lizard tails,
they're like super caked up.
They're just they're like hot babes with green lips and green nips.
No, they gotta be weirder than that. So because I don't want everybody to be into it, I want it to be kind of a fetish. I want it to be like most people aren't into the alien chicks because they got some weird anatomy, or like maybe they're gooey in a weird way. Maybe if you like fuck one too hard, it just explodes into like it pops like a balloon. Like
they fart and shit with a horny.
It just spills and ruins your mattress. Man, that would be dramatic.
Every pump is just like a fart spray out their nipples every time you pump them.
All right, well, I don't like that. I don't want no skunk pussy.
Now you're not into the fetish.
You have to get them descented.
Yeah, you should degland them like they do to cats.
That's what I do. There'd be no law against it either. You could execute them in the street. You could have a whole reality show where you like made them fight to the death, or you put them in like weird like a hamster cage.
And it's like, dude, aliens. They came here. They're trying to kill us. They have like look at all the
there'd be hippies though. You know there'd be fucking hippies.
But I'm trying to make the argument to them. I'm like, dude, they literally had scriptures specifically written about your wife. They were going to enslave your wife. So it's a problem now that Kyle enslaved 8 of them. Yeah, dude, come on.
Yeah, 100% agree.
I'm not going to bat for you.
I could enslave 80 of them. Yeah. They're murderous.
No, I like that a lot. I wish we had like a rate, because then we wouldn't worry about Palestine or Israel or Ukraine or Russia. We'd all just focus on like
we still don't worry about it.
Lizard pussy like slave and like slaying out, just slaying out.
Caked up lizard pussy slave is a great T-shirt. You guys should sell, by the way, 10% off.
All right. So what I'm picturing, if you want to throw up a graphic, you want to throw up some accompaniment here, Zach. I'm picturing the mom from the dinosaurs. It wasn't a cartoon. It's from the 90s, like 93.
Not the mama.
Yeah. So it was like animatronic, like people in suits, the dinosaurs. I'm picturing the mom. She's like a Dilophosaurus or something, but like real caked up. You
know what's crazy?
The mom from dinosaurs.
You know what's crazy about that show? Bring it back. You watch that back. I watched that back, and I was like, I think they're black. Like, I think it's a black family. And I didn't realize that then. Dude, look, and wait till you look at the son also has like cornrows. And like I looked at it back and I'm like, I brought it back. I'm like, a lot of their stuff is talking about like how hard it is being a dinosaur, but it's kind of like coded.
Yeah, look at the dad here. He's got those black eyebrows.
Yeah. Or
he doesn't have eyebrows.
But like where the eyebrows would be, pull up the sun. Get the sun there from dinosaurs.
He's got horrid teeth.
He needs some whitening strips.
Yeah.
This show was crazy back in the day when
you know how the show ended.
The
finale of the show is the meteor destroying the earth and killing them all.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah, there it is. No, he has a mohawk.
I hated the aesthetic of this show so much that when it came on and I was a kid, I would turn it off.
The baby on the show was like a cultural thing, like not the mama.
It was like Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's
bigger than that.
4 hours.
Yeah, I'm feeling a meteor right now.
If I'm feeling a meteor right now.